So with young adult fiction, is one of the tests that it should be enjoyable to adults? That if it's not, then maybe a young adult readership would be bored because it's not sophisticated enough?
That's a really great question. I would say that kids tend to read up, which means that, whatever the age range that we specify for these books, I find they tend to read up. Like, I was reading Stephen King and Anne Rice when I was in middle school and high school, but I probably started out reading things like Judy Blume and things that skewed a little bit younger. So yeah, I think it does need to have a certain level of sophistication to hold a teen audience now. If it skews too old, my books are considered more crossover for some of the reasons I was talking about, that I have some adult points of view, that it is a third person, multiple point of view story. So when I was originally trying to sell it, we got a lot of feedback like, this is crossover, we don't know how to market it. And I was like, isn't that a good problem? Like, isn't it better if it appeals to both teens and adults? But so the publishing industry, I think, has been a little slow to catch up to this idea that a lot of adults are reading young adult, and that teen readers do tend to read up. So I think they're a little behind in understanding that, but I think that it's a real benefit if the book is a little more sophisticated, if it is appealing both to teens and adults. But yeah, I think you need to keep their attention. Another thing that I think is important, which we've really tried to do with my series, is to put the books out in a relatively quick time frame. Because also readers, they will grow out of reading something. So if you have multiple years between books coming out, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Because, by the time the second book comes out, they're already in college, right? And then the third book, who knows? So we're trying to do 6 months apart on my trilogy because I think that makes a lot of sense.
Is there a focus group that you're running the, let's say, semi-edited version through?
I don't really have a focus group. I think that when you first start writing, a lot of authors have critique partners, which are really important to the process, which would be trusted readers that you trust to give feedback on your manuscript. I have another author that I trade books with, and he writes stuff totally different from me. It's typically these days it's nonfiction, World War II, Nazi books. So they're totally different, but he's really smart, and we trade reads. Now that I have a publishing deal and I have a big agent team, I don't do that as much, and I don't really have the time. So my team is the people who are reading and giving feedback, are my agent and my editors at my publishing house. So, and at this point, I'm really tailoring the books to them because that's who's really going to be distributing my book. And then I'm also at this point trying to keep a consistency in the story, and I kind of know where I am and how I'm writing it, so I'm not at a place where I need feedback so much on how I'm writing, if that makes sense. In the beginning, a lot of it is trying to improve your craft. I'm at a point now where I'm just trying to tell the best stories that I can because I already have a style that I've developed in terms of how I write. But I am looking forward to getting back to writing something different and new, and I'm sure I'll be using critique partners on that once I start writing my next book.